Alright, let's be honest, some games just hit different. You fire them up thinking you'll play for a few minutes, and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you're still going strong. In today's video, we're diving into 10 insanely addictive games you'll play for hours without even realizing it. And these aren't your average AAA blockbusters. They're the kind of experiences that pull you in and won't let go. Whether you're chasing that next level, exploring massive worlds, or just vibing with the gameplay, these picks are pure gaming gold. So which one will steal your time the fastest? Let's find out! Hades is one of those rare games that just grabs you from the first moment and doesn't let go. You play as Zagreus, the rebellious son of the Greek god of the underworld, trying to escape the depths of Hades and reach the surface, all while battling through waves of mythological monsters and meeting gods who lend you their powers. The combat is lightning fast and incredibly satisfying, with smooth controls, a wide range of weapons, and endless combos that make every run feel fresh and fun. Visually, it's stunning. The hand-drawn art style pops with color and personality, and every corner of the underworld feels alive with detail. The real magic, though, is how the game blends roguelike gameplay with an unfolding story. Even when you die, you're rewarded with new dialogue, character growth, and plot twists that keep you hooked. With a killer soundtrack, memorable voice acting, and a perfect balance of action and story, Hades isn't just a game you play, it's one you keep coming back to, run after run. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Skyrim is the kind of game where you can lose yourself for hours without even realizing it. You step into the boots of the Dragonborn, a legendary warrior with the power to absorb dragon souls and unleash powerful shouts, all while exploring a massive open world packed with ancient ruins, snowy mountains, hidden dungeons, and bustling towns. Whether you're slaying dragons, sneaking through enemy forts, casting spells, or just picking herbs in the forest, there's always something pulling you off the beaten path in the best way possible. The freedom is incredible. You can build your character however you want, join factions like the Thieves Guild or the Dark Brotherhood, and shape your story through choices that actually matter. Visually, the world of Skyrim is moody and majestic, with dynamic weather, epic vistas, and a soundtrack that perfectly matches the game's sense of wonder and adventure. It's not just a game, it's a world that feels alive, full of stories waiting to be discovered at your own pace, making every playthrough a unique and unforgettable journey. Stardew Valley is one of those cozy games that just wraps you up in a warm, relaxing vibe. You start off with a rundown farm you've inherited from your grandfather, and it's up to you to turn it into something amazing, whether that means planting crops, raising animals, decorating your home, or just enjoying the peaceful rhythm of small-town life. The gameplay is super chill but surprisingly deep, with fishing, mining, crafting, and even fighting monsters in the caves, if you're in the mood for adventure. The town is full of quirky characters you can befriend, date, or even marry, and each season brings new festivals, events, and surprises to keep things fresh. Visually, it's got this charming pixel art style that feels both nostalgic and alive, with colorful details and weather effects that really bring the world to life. What makes Stardew Valley special is how personal it feels. Whether you're playing for 10 minutes or 10 hours, it's all about creating your own little world at your own pace. And it never stops being rewarding or relaxing. Ray the Witcher. Wild Hunt is one of those games that completely pulls you into its world and doesn't let go. You play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter with a dry wit, a sharp sword, and a tangled past, as you roam across a vast, beautifully crafted open world filled with danger, mystery, and unforgettable stories. The gameplay mixes fast-paced combat, deep character progression, and tons of meaningful choices that actually shape how the world reacts to you. And whether you're fighting off a terrifying beast, tracking clues like a medieval detective, or just riding through a stormy forest on your horse Roach, the immersion is unreal. The story is rich and emotional, full of morally gray decisions, complex characters, and moments that genuinely stick with you, especially when you're chasing down Geralt's adopted daughter Ciri, while the ghostly Wild Hunt is on her trail. The visuals are stunning, from windswept cliffs and foggy swamps to bustling cities and quiet villages, all backed by a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack that perfectly sets the tone. It's not just an epic fantasy RPG, it's an experience that feels alive, full of heart, and impossible to forget. Slay the Spire is the kind of game that sneaks up on you with how addictive it is. It's a clever mix of card-building strategy and roguelike progression where every decision counts, and no two runs ever feel the same. You pick one of several unique characters, each with their own playstyle and deck of cards, and battle your way up a mysterious tower full of bizarre creatures, powerful bosses, and random events that can completely change your strategy on the fly. The combat is all about turn-based planning and building smart combos. It feels so satisfying when a risky deck idea actually pays off and you pull off a perfectly timed move to win a tough fight. The visuals are simple, but full of personality, with colorful hand-drawn art and quirky enemy designs that keep things fresh. And the moody soundtrack adds just the right touch of atmosphere. What makes Slay the Spire special is how it rewards creative thinking. It's easy to learn, but has layers of depth that keep you coming back to try new builds and beat your last score, making every climb up the spire a fun and challenging puzzle. Minecraft is one of those rare games that feels like a blank canvas for your imagination. Whether you're mining deep underground, building massive castles block by block, or just exploring endless biomes from snowy mountains to lush jungles, there's always something new to discover or create. You start with nothing but your fists and work your way up by crafting tools, gathering resources, and surviving the wild world around you, all while dealing with creepers, skeletons, and the occasional trip to the mysterious Nether. The charm of Minecraft isn't just in its sandbox freedom. It's in how it gives you total control over your own adventure, letting you play your way, whether that's in peaceful mode to relax or survival mode for a real challenge. The visuals are iconic with their chunky pixel style and bright, vibrant colors. And somehow, even after all these years, they still manage to feel cozy and timeless. With multiplayer options, redstone contraptions, and regular updates that keep things fresh, Minecraft isn't just a game. It's a world that's always growing with you, full of possibilities and perfect for players of any age. Dead Cells is an absolute blast if you're into fast-paced action and that satisfying loop of getting better with every run. It's a slick mix of roguelike challenge and Metroidvania-style exploration, where you play as this strange, headless creature fighting through a constantly shifting castle full of deadly traps, weird monsters, and hidden secrets. The combat feels super responsive with tons of weapons and abilities to experiment with. One run, you might be slicing through enemies with twin blades, and the next you're freezing them in place while lobbing explosive arrows from afar. Every death sends you right back to the beginning, but you keep unlocking new tools, shortcuts, and upgrades that open up fresh strategies and let you push a little further each time. Visually, it's gorgeous in a gritty kind of way, with pixel art that's bursting with color and animation that makes every movement look buttery smooth. What really makes Dead Cells stand out is how alive it feels. Even when you're getting wrecked by a boss, you're still having fun, learning the patterns, and itching to dive back in for just one more try. Loop Hero is one of those games that grabs you with its weird retro charm and then completely hooks you with its surprisingly deep gameplay. You're stuck in a world that's been wiped out by a mysterious force, and your job is to rebuild it one loop at a time by placing down terrain, enemies, and buildings as your hero automatically walks a looping path. It sounds simple at first, but there's this cool strategy layer where every card you place changes how the world works. Like turning a meadow into a blooming field that heals you, or stacking mountains to spawn a hidden boss. The combat runs on its own, so your focus is on crafting the perfect balance of challenge and reward, picking the right gear, and knowing when to retreat back to camp before you lose everything. The visuals are straight out of an old-school fantasy game, with chunky pixels and a moody color palette that totally nails the vibe. And the soundtrack has this haunting, nostalgic feel that just fits the tone perfectly. What makes Loop Hero so addictive is how it constantly rewards smart choices and experimentation. And before you know it, you're deep in this loop, tweaking your deck, upgrading your camp, and chasing that next big win without even realizing how much time has passed. Monster Hunter. World is a thrilling adventure that pulls you into a massive, living ecosystem where you step into the shoes of a hunter, tracking down giant, awe-inspiring creatures across diverse, beautifully detailed environments like lush jungles, scorching deserts, and icy tundras. The gameplay is all about strategy, patience, and skill, where you gather resources, craft powerful weapons, and armor from the monsters you defeat, and then take on epic battles that challenge you to learn each beast's unique behavior and weaknesses. What makes the game stand out is how alive the world feels, with dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and creatures interacting with each other whether you're around or not, adding a real sense of immersion. The visuals are stunning, blending realistic textures with vibrant colors and intricate monster designs that make every hunt feel cinematic and exciting. Plus, there's a great sense of camaraderie whether you're playing solo or teaming up with friends in multiplayer, making Monster Hunter World an unforgettable blend of action, exploration, and teamwork that keeps you coming back for one more hunt. Dark Souls 3 is a beautifully brutal journey that pulls you into a dark, haunting world, filled with towering castles, twisted landscapes, and some of the most memorable and challenging bosses you'll ever face. The gameplay is all about precise timing, careful stamina management, and learning from every tough defeat as you explore interconnected areas packed with secrets, shortcuts, and lore that slowly unfolds through cryptic dialogue and environmental storytelling. What makes this game truly special is the way it blends punishing difficulty with moments of quiet beauty, from eerie ruins bathed in twilight to fiery battlefields glowing with molten lava, all rendered in stunning detail that perfectly captures the gothic atmosphere. Every weapon and armor set feels distinct, allowing you to tailor your playstyle, whether you prefer heavy, crushing blows or swift, agile strikes. And the online multiplayer adds a wild layer of unpredictability with both cooperative and competitive encounters. Dark Souls 3 isn't just a game. It's a test of patience, skill, and perseverance that rewards you with an unforgettable adventure full of tension, triumph, and discovery. Thanks so much for hanging out and checking out these insanely addictive games that'll keep you glued for hours. I'd love to hear which ones you've played or which ones you're dying to try, so drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button on proawplayer for more epic gaming videos coming your way. And stick around because next time we're diving into some seriously underrated gems that you absolutely don't want to miss.